This man didn't commit a crime, but millions of people are about to watch him run for his life. They give him one chance to survive, 30 days. Elite assassins are after him, and the audience wants him dead. Welcome to The Running Man, but this nightmare didn't start here. The story begins in the not-too-distant, bright future, in a world that has turned into a giant film set. Ben Richards lost his job for sticking to his principles. His daughter is sick. She caught the flu, but the family can afford the medicine because a pill now costs about the same as mortgage. To save their daughter, Sheila, Ben's wife, is ready to take a second shift at a nightclub. She plans to flirt with customers to earn more tips. But Ben doesn't like that idea, so he decides to make money another way, by taking part in one of the stupid TV shows that are so popular in their world. It's kind of like those dumb TikTok things. Ben has to stand in line to get to the casting. An old man faints next to him, and the guards don't let Ben help him. The guy makes it through the interview. Then he's sent to the lift number 6, where all the craziest candidates with balls have gathered. And this lift takes the contestants up where they can show just how tough they are. Then he shows his skills, and even saves his teammate. Later, the psychologist tests him. Afterwards, Ben and the other bastards go to get their suits. The second and the main interview begins. Dan Killian, the corporation's director, doesn't want Ben to waste his energy on some trivial entertainment. He persuades the lad to take part in the ultimate challenge, The Running Man, a show where the winner gets $1 billion. The thing is, no one has ever managed to win the prize. In fact, no one's even come out of that show alive, but that's a minor detail. Don't worry about it. Despite the big payday, Ben isn't in a hurry to agree. He's willing to do any other show, as long as he can come back to his family alive. But the cunning Killian finds the right words to convince him. He gains Ben's trust and gives him $500 new, enough to buy medicine for his daughter right away. As Ben leaves, he's met by Agent Doug from the Family Alliance liaison. He promises to give Sheila the money and make sure the player's family stays safe while he's playing, and when they hand over the winnings for the dead Ben. Well, Doug is such an optimist. You can see right away how hard he's trying to support Ben, but the lad is sure he won't need it. He'll be the only one who can get through the game and stay alive. The show starts at 8 o'clock. 3 contestants are brought onto the stage, and the host, Bobby T, announces the rules. The running man must survive for 30 days. During that time, they'll be hunted by 5 fictional ICE agents and all the citizens of the country who get paid for any tip about the runner's whereabouts. In short, nothing new. Snitches have always tried to make money from their talents. Here, the best option is to find a safe spot and stay hidden for all 30 days. If you thought the same, I have got bad news for you. To stop anyone from just hiding and waiting it out, the contestants have to send a video message every evening through a drone mailbox. Otherwise, they will be disqualified and will not receive a prize. And by the way, the hunt won't stop. They'll just die without any money, which is even sadder. The players are sent down below, where they are given spare clothes, ID papers, and $1,000 to survive on for a whole month. According to the rules, the runners get a 12-hour head start to find a hiding place, or make run for it. But Ben's luck runs out. The taxi driver spots him right away, and he has to run to avoid being caught on camera too soon. The only person Ben trusts, his old friend Molly. He runs to him, and Molly helps him disguise, giving him a new look and new ID papers. During the chat, Molly says he was going to hire him, so the guy gets the job to take care of his family. But unfortunately, it's too late to discuss it now. Later, Ben buys a ticket to New York and blends into the crowd. But on the train, something goes wrong. Ben loses his mustache. The first day in New York goes well. Ben checks into a hotel, records his message for the game. He mails it and rests after a long journey. Meanwhile, the hunters pay a visit to his friend Molly, and it turns out he's not such a tough guy after all. He has to tell them what the runner now looks like, and under what name they should be looking for him. Oh, by the way, the hunters are already here. Don't worry, it was just a dream. To throw them off his trail, Ben chucks his rucksack out the window and extends his stay for another 3 days, making it look like he plans to hang around. In fact, Ben makes off to an abandoned part of the city to find a hiding place there. He rents the cheapest room he can find, keeps a low profile on the streets, and seems to follow all the safety rules. But it all turns out to be pointless. The hunters are already watching the runner, waiting to take him out right in front of the cameras. When Ben realizes he's been watched, he deftly wriggles free and makes his way back into the room, so he can at least get dressed and not run around the streets with his bum exposed. He has to work hard to avoid getting shot, since the cameras keep showing the hunters exactly where he is. Still, Ben is lucky. He manages to get away and dives into the sewer in time. Ben gets back onto the street and runs into a boy he has already seen at the hotel. The boy assures the runner that he won't turn him in. On the contrary, he is ready to call his older brother. Ben decides to trust him, and it pays off, as the lads really want to help the runner and get back at the system. Besides, they have a younger sister who is sick with cancer, and Ben can at least give them a couple of hundred for the medicine the girl so desperately needs. The lads take Ben to their home, feed him, and promise him a shelter and protection. But the experienced show organizers know what to do in this case. They broadcast a fake message from Ben on all channels, making it look like he's mocking the sick. The brothers realize it's fake and a trick, but their mother doesn't want to hear any of it. She orders them to kick the runner out of the house, or she'll turn him in to the hunters. The lads hide Ben in the boot of their car to get him out of the city. Bikers follow them, and they have to run them off the road a few times to get rid of them. Finally, the company reaches the station, and Ben gets a clue. He must take a train to a city where a reliable contact will be waiting for him. Ben follows the instructions. He boards the train and makes it to the right city. There he puts on a blind priest's outfit and tries to move around without drawing attention, but he still can't manage it. A group of mercenaries looking to make some money for helping catch him find the runner. Lucky Ben manages to jump onto the living train and make his escape once again. He makes it to the next town and pretends to be a tramp. At the same time, he learns that the other two runners have been already taken out. He is the only one left alive, and now full of force of the hunters is after him. Under the cover of night, Ben makes his way to the house of the man the brothers told him about. Meet Elton, a rebel who lives with his crazy mom, but he's willing to do anything to take down the system. Elton's father left him a bunker where Ben can hide out until the end of the game. Ben manages to get some rest, but in the morning, when he steps out of his bedroom, the crazy old lady spots him and chaos ensues in the house. At first, the player thinks Elton will sort everything out, but who knew the lad was a bit of himself? He presses the alarm button and the hunters surround the house to take Ben out. Elton's house is packed with traps he's been setting up his whole life. He manages to use them all before he and Ben slide down a pole into underground tunnel, which they can use to escape. The pole, by the way, is another one of Elton's secret little quirks, but in the tunnel they are already met by the Blunt Hunter. The Blunt is going to take Ben alive, so that the boss can him on live TV. Unfortunately for the hunter, his plan doesn't work. Ben manages to escape once again, and even Killian's offer to take out the stalker and end the game doesn't stop Ben. He's determined to see it through without getting his hands dirty. Elton has an American BMW, and they drive through the forest to get to the bunker. He also gives Ben a map, so he can find the bunker if they have to split up. And at that very moment, a sniper's bullet takes Elton out. Ben finds himself trapped. A chopper with a sniper hovers above him, and opposite him is the Blunt Hunter. But Ben doesn't give up. He drives his explosive-laden ATV straight at his opponent and jumps into the river to hide from the cameras. Ben manages to shake them off and keeps making his way to the bunker. But he's in for a surprise. There is no bunker and no forest left. Now there is an unfinished cottage community there. Exhausted and worn out, Ben falls asleep on the floor of one of the houses, and in his dream, he sees his wife and daughter. It helps him gather his strength and keep going. He records another message and moves on. He makes it to the road and flags down a wealthy lady's car. Her name is Amelia, and she's a pretty cool chick. At first, the lady flies into a rage. She's convinced that people like Ben, savages, don't deserve to be around normal folks. But when Amelia hears her own voice on the radio saying things she never actually said, it becomes clear to her that they have been tricked all along, and ordinary people were just used for the entertainment of the rich. Amelia agrees to help Ben. She pretends to be a hostage, so he can get past through the hunters. The producers turn Ben into a villain superstar to boost the show's ratings, and the lad decides to take advantage of this. He keeps playing his role. He insists that he and Amelia be allowed onto the runway where a fueled-up plane will be waiting for them. As he boards the plane, Ben forces one of the stalkers to take off his mask. Bloody hell, it's the Elf King, Thranduil. These boost the ratings again, so Killian goes along with the idea. But Ben quickly realizes that things are not going so smoothly. The pilots who are going to fly the plane are not actual pilots, but the very hunters who are supposed to catch and kill the player. All the while, Ben keeps his hand under his jacket, promising to blow the plane to pieces. But then Killian appears on the screen, saying he knows the truth. It's all a bluff, and there is no explosives at all. Impressed by Ben's theatrical skills, Killian offers him new terms. He must eliminate all the hunters on the plane, and in return, he'll become the chief hunter himself. But when Ben refuses the offer, Killian pulls out his trump card. He played a CCTV footage which shows that his wife and daughter have been eliminated. Ben is enraged by what he sees. He flies into a rage and turns the plane into a proper slaughterhouse. Ben takes out 3 of the stalkers, and now, to win, he only has one left to deal with. Fucking hell, it's the Elf King. How the hell are you supposed to kill him? The men fight for a long time in a narrow passageway until one of the bullets pierces the fuselage and the plane begins to fall. Ben asks Amelia to jump out of the plane with a parachute, as there is only one parachute left. 4 hunters are down and it seems like the game is over, but it looks like the show organizers have other plans. As they take control of the plane, Ben delivers a fiery speech, accusing television of turning people against each other. Unfortunately, his speech never reaches the audience. Instead, Killian rolls out another fake, a recording that makes it sound like Ben is threatening to crash the plane into the TV studio. Killian's plan works. The audience is enraged by Ben's behavior and the crowd demands that he be destroyed. Unable to say no to the people, Killian launches missiles meant to destroy the plane with the dangerous criminal, stripping Ben of any chance to win the game. Officially, Ben Richards is declared dead, but thousands of people believe he's still alive. Sheila believes it too. While out shopping, she gets a signal in the form of a pair of children's socks from a mysterious stranger, and as she steps closer, she realizes it's only then Killian does not believe in Ben. The founder of the Mad Show tries to drown out the crowd with music, but the people are no longer willing to obey. The studio is pelted with Molotov cocktails, and the founder himself is targeted by a masked man. And that masked man is Ben Richards, the winner of the Running Man.